Aloha, this is Cassandra Abdul. I'm Executive Director of Hale, Maui. We're a community land trust based here in Maui County. Our mission is to secure and preserve a permanent supply of affordable housing alternatives for low and moderate income households in Maui County. There's a clip here that has an animated instruction on how the Community Land Trust works. This is an amazing organization. We are spread across the US. We're not actually connected, but there are over 200 community land trusts in all 50 states, in Canada, and different countries around the world. Okay, so when we think about housing, there really are two opposite ends of the spectrum. The first is affordable rentals. Theoretically, that affords ongoing affordability, but we all know what's been going on in the rental market. On the other end of the spectrum is the traditional fee simple house and home ownership. And you all know that we're looking at prices, median prices of close to $1 million here in Hawaii. So not terribly affordable. So we see the affordable rentals on one side, the traditional home ownership on the left, and basically what is there in between? Because otherwise we would be only renters or homeowners here in this state. So the answer is the Community Land Trust. We do things a little differently. So what we try to do is find a balance between sharing created wealth, so you earn some equity in your home ownership, and also providing rewards to the community in the form of affordable housing. And of course, we do it in perpetuity. So community land trusts are nonprofit organizations that treat the land as a public trust. The community land trust owns the land and ensures that it is used in ways that benefit the community. That's how we keep it affordable in perpetuity. And the homes themselves are owned and used by income qualified island families. Here's another depiction of how this works, because all of us think a little bit differently. You can see on the top, you have the home that's owned by the homeowner. And on the bottom of the screen, you see the land, which is held by the trust, the Community Land Trust for future generations. And how do we provide perpetual affordability? Well, because we start with a lower price, and then each time we resell it, it's again at a lower price. And we are planning on doing this again and again as we move forward. We have had 7 resales, so we do know that this works. And we'll talk a little bit about that in just a moment. So there are 2 ways that we provide affordable housing. On the left, you see the deed restricted homes that are created by developers. And depending on your area median income, depends on whether you have a restriction of between 3 and 10 years generally, where you have to offer it back to the county and sell it to another affordable family. At the end of that period, whether the family is still in the home or if they sell it, whatever subsidies have gone into the house then belong to the homeowner. On the right-hand side, you see how we do it in a community land trust. So the affordable in perpetuity means that we take the subsidy that goes into the first house, and then when we sell it to the second family, we will probably put in more to bring the house up to date, increase the subsidy, but it stays in the house. We don't have to reinvest the entire subsidy. And this is going to happen again and again. So what do we have? Well, we actually have 46 homes in Maui. We built 12 brand new homes in Lahaina last year. We have 53 families with 87 children. They started with 87 children. That's not where we've ended up. So you want to ask, well, what kind of math do you get 46 homes and 53 families? Are they all living in there together? The answer is no. We've had 7 resales. So every time we sell something, a family says, when we meet them at the house and we hand them the keys, which is the most wonderful thing in the world, I'm never going anywhere. I'm gonna live in my house forever. And that's exactly what they plan to do. But then life happens. Sometimes you have a new job offer someplace else. Sometimes you have to move for education or health reasons. Some people's families change format and they have to move. So again, we've had 7 resales, and I'm going to show you right now some of our houses, and these are the resales we've had. So this is in Maui, which is a very nice community in Kahului. We sold this house. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house in 2010 for $285,000. They lived there for 4 years, and we bought it back from them. So then we resold it for $297,500. The difference is how much the homeowner had in shared equity, as well as any pay down on their mortgage principal. Okay, here's another one. This is a smaller 3-bedroom, 2-bath house in Kahului, close to Maui High School. It was sold the first time in 2013 for $225,000. We had a family that started off in Hawaiian homes, and their family started growing. It was a very small 2-bedroom house there. So they went through our program, they bought one of our houses, and they lived there. They had more children. And then finally, the husband also was able to start a career. He became a police officer, where before he was just holding down jobs to meet ends. So what happened? We bought the house back from them. We allowed them to stay after closing, and they were able to buy a market rate home in Maui. So this goes to show that you're not stuck in low income housing forever. You can advance. And the difference again between the prices are the shared appreciation that the homeowner had. So from $225,000, it was resold for $260,000. The homeowner made the difference. This is out in Kihei. This is another one. A first time in 2010, second time in 2017. And there again, you can see these are all 3-bedroom, 2-bath. They're very nice homes. I don't think there's anybody that would object to living in these houses, including myself. So first time, $250,000, second time, $326,735. This was, the difference was given to the departing homeowner in shared appreciation. One more, this is Meadowlands in Kihei. This is another cute little house. Sold the first time in 2015 for $320,000. And I do want to let you know that our sale prices are probably close to 50% of what the appraised values are. So that helps in 2 ways. It helps our homeowners get into property to begin with. And it also means that they don't have to pay a private mortgage insurance because the sale price is so far below the appraised value. Okay. Okay, here's another one, Kehalani. This is in Wailuku, sold in 2013 and again in 2020. The difference in the price was given to the departing homeowner as their shared appreciation. The other thing that you should know is that we do everything we can to help our home buyers be successful from the very start. If you don't have quite enough funding to close, and we have Fannie Mae mortgages that require 3% down and about 2% in closing costs, including your mortgage closing costs. So a total of 5%. If you don't have quite enough funding to be able to close that, Nahaleo Maui will give you a grant of up to $10,000 per home based on need. So if you are short $3,500, that is the amount of the grant. If you need $10,000, then that would be the maximum grant amount. When you sell the house, that grant must be returned to Nahaleo Maui from the sale proceeds unless you have lived there for more than 15 years. At that point, it is forgiven. Okay, so this is just a real quick kind of a picture of what we did with that house. We sold to a family with 120 AMI. We invested $313,000 in it. We sold it for, let's see, $225,000. And the mortgage was $1,115 a month, 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. I don't think you can rent a house that size for this amount. Then we bought it back in 2020 for $285,000. And you can see the shared equity is $60,000. What did we do next? We rehabilitated and put in $46,000. We upgraded all the windows, brought the house up to really great condition. So our next homeowner doesn't have to start taking care of deferred maintenance. And this is another great story. This family tried to buy one of our Kahoma homes. Those are the 12 brand new construction. But unfortunately, we came out on the market just about the time that COVID hit us very hard. And the husband was an engineer at one of the hotels. Well, he was furloughed, and he was not able to qualify for a loan because of that. So unfortunately, we were not able to sell him the home out in Kahoma. Well, by the time this next home was ready, he had gone back to work, and now he qualified for this home, and it was actually at a lower price than the Kahoma home. So in 2021, the new price was $300,000. Their monthly mortgage is $1,324. Again, you don't see this in rentals. So our families are much better off. They can focus on saving and taking care of other obligations, good food, staying healthy, saving for college for their children or retirement, all of those other things that you might not otherwise be able to do. This is the next house that we are getting ready to sell. We were able to write a grant and obtain this house from Maui County in an in-kind grant. We are rehabbing it. We're almost ready to go to market. So this will be our next property. And then we are in the process of buying back this house that we first sold in 2012. So it was originally sold at $250,000. We have not closed yet, but I can tell you that the homeowner will earn more than the previous home that we showed you with a $60,000 shared appreciation. Okay. So what does the Community Land Trust do? What does Nahalio Maui do? Well, we're stewards, and we are stewards perpetually. We are stewards of the home, the homeowners, and the land. We are always there to help our homeowners if they need to make repairs, if they need the names of reputable contractors, if they want help in comparing contracts, proposals, so that they're looking at apples and apples instead of apples and oranges. We're there for them, whatever they need. And that's it. That's Nahalio Maui in a nutshell. I don't think I've ever had such a short program. And I'm always happy to take calls. You can email us. Our website is nahaleomaui.org. And we want to do everything we can to help create more home ownership opportunities for our island families. And I'm going to stop sharing. There we go.